During the Needham Select Board meeting on Tuesday, May 26th, the Needham Police Chief and Deputy Chief presented the 2025 Annual Year-End Review. Here's municipal producer Melissa Marchese with more information on the report.
The Needham Police Department highlighted 5 areas of interest: mental health, drug overdoses, handcuffing, domestic violence, and use of force. An incident where mental health played a major role is considered a mental health-related call. In 2025, there was 208 calls, an average of 17 a month, that were deemed mental health-related. These calls usually end with transport to the hospital for treatment. The report indicates there were 8 suspected overdoses, 3 due to opiate use and 5 from another substance. There was 1 suspected overdose death. Needham officers used handcuffs 117 times, which is 27 more instances than in 2024. 78% of the time, the reason for using handcuffs was for an arrest, and in 70% of incidents with handcuffs, the subject's race was white. Domestic violence-related calls increased to 95 in 2025, compared to 87 domestic violence calls in 2024. According to the report, there were 8 calls where use of force was deemed necessary. Use of force could include hands-on control, use of taser, pointed and unholstered, and/or firearm use, unholstered and displayed. Overall, there was a total of 91 arrests made in the town of Needham in 2025. This is a substantial increase compared to previous years. However, 50 out of the 91 total subjects arrested were non-residents. Crimes such as forcible rape, intimidation, and theft from a motor vehicle also increased significantly compared to previous years. Some Select Board members were concerned about the increase in some of these crimes.
Also, thank you. I think when I look at this report, I think it's generally positive. And I think your most important role is prevention. And so I see the Group A crimes, the most serious ones, declining for the 2nd consecutive year. And so thank you. And I think that shows that whatever you're doing is generally working. I have similar concerns as what my colleagues Kevin and Heidi mentioned about specific crimes. And I'm just curious, how can you maybe there's some things that you can't do to prevent, but is there anything you can do to prevent some of these other very serious crimes like forcible rape, aggravation, arson, these things that it is alarming that they're increasing.
Right. And I think those are, things that kind of spike in a certain year. But I will say that with our SROs, our clinician in the schools, they do a lot of work with the students all the way up and talking about safety and dating safety and domestic violence and, sexual assaults and so forth. So the prevention is there, that we're working with the other community members and stakeholders to address that. But sometimes they just, they happen in kind of a spurt. And I don't know if there's any, if there was something that we're seeing that we think we can get a control on and do something that we could help to get the word out there or provide some information, preventative information, we would do that.
Select Board member Kathy Dowd asked if the police department had noticed any crime trends in 2025.
I think
motor vehicle thefts.
Motor vehicle thefts were big last year. I will say, I think where they don't constitute motor vehicle chases because we let them go, the people know that we won't chase for the most part. And part of the reason, if we do, and you catch them, they're out the next day and they're doing the same thing. So we're catching repeat offenders doing this. Through investigations down the road.
The full Needham Police 2025 year-end review is available on the Needham Police Department's website. For the Needham Channel News, I'm Melissa Marchese.